Okay, I believe we're live. I gotta send up my stream to make sure someone tells me I'm live. I know I'm late, but it is my birthday. Not that well. I'm late enough. So I went for a walk, and then I should have left a little bit earlier to be on time. So I've been doing this thing where today and Sunday where I must get out and walk for 15 minutes or 30 minutes there and back. So I walk until my alarm. Not now. So do not disturb. Do not disturb. Where's my do not disturb? Okay, do not disturb. Okay, so now I'm so distracted. So I've been doing this thing where I go out for a walk for 15 minutes and come back. Okay, I can hear my audio. Okay, good. Yeah, so I do this thing where I go for 15 minutes and walk, only because I work from home. And it's not like I work from home because, 2020 happened and we were all working from home. I've been working from home for 22 years. I gotta remember to have a life and see the sunlight, even if there's snow outside. So that's what I've been doing. It's been interesting. Let me see my phone to tell you how many steps I took when I went on that walk. Oh, I did 2,091 steps. I did more than last time. Last time I did 2,000. Okay, so the get up and walk while there's still sunlight is working. Okay, that's good. Okay, so let's right, and the show. All right, that's not it. Okay, so I worked all morning on this and we're gonna get this started. So let's get this started. Why didn't I change the thumbnail? Hold on. I think I can change it while we're here. I have the other thumbnail. And if I change my thumbnail while I'm here. I'm so unorganized. Okay. Okay, there we go. This is perfect. That's perfect. That's perfect. So, the budget on ODSP 5-year escape plan. We're going to start with the February birthday budget for February 2025. And then we have some content to go into. And then if there's anybody in chat, you can post your questions. And then we'll end the stream. And I have to be somewhere for 6:30. So we'll see how this goes. Okay. And if you keep seeing me looking around, I'm looking around the microphone so that I can see my other monitor. I need a whole new desk. Oh, so here we are. Put me in the corner. Where's me? There we go. So here is the new budget dashboard of February 2025. And we are... And then it's got news. There's birthday money that came in, but it's not yet in my account, I don't think. Because mom said she sent birthday money, and then dad called and wished me happy birthday. My sister wished me happy birthday. My cousins. Actually, both of my cousins. That's nice. Okay. I need to call one of them back. We'll do that on the stream. But so far for February, since we're halfway of February, and February is my birthday month, and it's a short month, and all those things. So far for February, income that came in is $2,035.86. I should have logged in every dollar because it's easier to read my budget in every dollar, but we'll work with what we have. So let's zoom in a little bit. So I changed the income category. So like I had it where it said the Canada Disability Tax Credit. But with the federal election with Trudeau, and the provincial snap election with Doug Ford, I don't know if I should add in my budget yet the Canada Disability Benefit, because the governments haven't put that into the budget, and Ontario hasn't confirmed or denied if they will claw back that income from people who are eligible for it. So I removed it from my budget. When I know when it is, like probably August, we'll know what it is. I'll add it in. But for right now, it's just my disability income, health benefits. And the reason I put disability income and health benefits in this section of my budget is because the full amount of ODSP includes health benefits. Then when my income, my self-employment income, the net income is above what ODSP gives me, then I move on to transitional health benefits. And the reason why you always see $10,000 in my self-employment net income, it's a goal. It's a goal for me. It's a goal reminder to, this is a target, $10,000 a month net income, work towards it to keep me in the momentum zone of I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a full-time entrepreneur, and me making $10,000 a month is how I can escape poverty, which is part of the 5-year plan of escaping legislative poverty and moving into financial independence, and also the stage of life I'm in. I'm 40 now. I'm 40 today. Oh yeah, by the way, today is my birthday. And I didn't do the intro. Oh, 40. You're so out of order. Hold on, let me go find my intro I worked so hard on. I didn't do the intro. Okay, so can you actually save money while on ODSP? It's the question I'm tackling in this video. It's my birthday month and I'm sharing my February budget. What's working, what's not working, and a sneak peek at my 5-year plan to reduce my dependence on Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP. February is a special month. It's my birthday month. And today is my birthday. Instead of just celebrating, I'm using this time to focus on building a future of financial independence, stability, freedom beyond ODSP income limits. If you're on ODSP or any disability benefits and wondering if there's a way to budget, save, and create a financial exit plan, this is for you. Okay. And then what we'll learn. So my budget breakdown for February: income, household expenses, saving and investing, how I save on ODSP despite income restrictions. Oh, the door made a noise. That scared me. Truth about saving and investing while on ODSP. First 5 steps in my 5-year plan to reduce ODSP dependency and build financial independence. This and the biggest mindset shifts you need to create financial independence. So that's a lot, I know, but it's all the components you need to, all the components you need. Then it's all the components you need to keep while you're on ODSP, with the intention, desire, motivation, and drive to earn enough income and build investments so that you can choose when you transition off of ODSP. And I know it's for some people, you're unable to work. I fully understand that. I fully understand your disability has rendered you unable to work, where you believe you're unemployable. And I say you believe you're unemployable because I wonder how much you try to work that's not just go get a job and get hired. Because I haven't had a job where I had to clock into an office, do my work, and come home and get paid by the hour since 2008, when 2008 minimum wage is $8.75 an hour. And then I worked in a call center, working midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning, getting paid $15 an hour because I knew back then working in a call center paid more money. I haven't done that. And then when I did thought I could work casually at Elections Ontario, I did in the last election. Ontario election, and my feet were swollen so bad I had to quit. I was in so much pain physically. So while me working from home, I pace my energy, I pace my schedule. I went and took a walk and I got my sub for lunch. Then I'm here and I'm, part of my business, online business, is creating content. And here we are creating content. So, like, I know it's hard for people out there. And I know you're there waiting for the upcoming election and you're really hoping that a party gets voted in that's been promising to double ODSP right now. I can't wait on the government. I know you wait on the government is probably you feel is your only choice. And good luck with that. I don't know how to believe that. I don't know how. And I'm not going to try. I'm going to work on this. This is working for me. This is keeping me motivated. I know I'm a unicorn. I know I'm one of a kind, but I'm called for something bigger, and I'm called to teach people how to do it while disabled if you want to. There's 1 million of you on social assistance. There's 480,000 on Ontario Disability Support Program, and then the difference of 1 million to 480,000 is on Ontario Works. And many of you who are on Ontario Works are waiting to get your application approved for ODSP. And I know if you're on Ontario Works, you have to, actually both of them really, you have to prove your income. You have to prove everything. So you have to prove your income, your assets, your living expenses. But Ontario Works specifically, they have a thing in there where they want you to show that you're actively pursuing employment. Whether it's like they'll pay for you getting your GED, or they pay for skills training, or they pay for entrepreneurship workshops, things like that. They're very basic because they're rudimentary, because they're based off a government program that, for now, I'm overqualified for most of these programs where I'm investing in coaching with Tony Robbins, which is pretty huge, and Brendan Bouchard. Their stuff is expensive, like multiple 5-figure expensive. Pretty much what you get in ODSP for 1 year is what I'd be paying in coaching with my credit cards. That is the mission, so that I can build the momentum, build the skills, build the community to exit off ODSP. And recently, actually Sunday, I met with a lady who's a entrepreneur with a disability, similar disabilities to mine, bipolar disorder, multiple sclerosis. And she's been trying to help people on ODSP for 30 years. And she said, I'm rare. And I'm like, what do you mean? And it's because there is more people on disability that are, I want to say given up, but it's just, there's a certain level of hope and determination and grit that comes with doing what I'm doing. And I know not everybody has it, but I don't know how someone who doesn't have it, like, never wants to have it or never tries to rebuild it. And then there's the ODSP documentary that's out now. A person one of the comments in that documentary was they believe that ODSP stole their hope. ODSP can't steal your hope. Your hope actually does not come from ODSP. Your hope comes from a higher power. And I'm going to go into a whole, listen to Myron Golden. Like, I have that link in the video. Hold on. Let me find it. Put it in chat. So Myron Golden has this whole video about belief. Y'all need to watch it. Oh, it's in here. Okay, I'll link it in I'll pin it in the chat after the stream. The video of Myron Golden where he talks about belief. And then he has another one about success. You can be afraid of it, but you being afraid of it, you're just pushing it away. And I'm trying not to do that. And to not do that, I need to lean into the budget. And since I'm not sharing my screen right now, I can log into every dollar to better show you the budget of what we've done so far. And it's not a whole lot. Right now, I'm just trying to get current on credit cards. I'm behind on my Capital One credit card, and the card is past due by 1 month. And luckily, with, potentials of birthday money and things, I can get current by then next week, as long as I do all the right things in the right way, in the right order. And then there's my credit card debt in total. Like, I have to pay it down. I totally have to pay it down. I have to make sure, and then I have to close one of my credit cards. I don't need 4. Like 1, 2, 3, 4 credit cards. No. 3, okay. And the reason is 2 are for business, 1 is personal. And then eventually, honestly and truly, all 3 of them will be business. And 1 is for one-time expenses, 1 is for the entertainment business I'm in, and then 1 is for monthly subscriptions. And the one that's monthly subscriptions in the business expenses collects points, and the points it collects make sure that I have money for groceries. So, and then I've noticed some of these points programs on these credit cards and things like that. Sometimes there's a lot of issues with them. I'm prepared to not worry about points and credit cards and just have 3 credit cards, no points, nothing fancy, just credit. So it builds my credit. So then when I reach the level of I want to buy a house, I can qualify for a mortgage, because being self-employed and qualify for a mortgage, you kind of have to work 3 times as hard to get into a mortgage unless you work with a private lender, or there's enough investments to reach the level of you are approved because you bought it in cash. Okay. And they're looking over there in the corner. And so in OBS, it has the chat in here. And I've been looking over there, like I'm looking around over there. I moved it so I don't have to. And okay, so okay. So I need to live stream more often and see what this dashboard is. Okay, so then what did I? Oh, I know I did. I made more than one video introduction for the live stream. So I'm a little like, where am I? Okay, so, and there was a thing I was going to do. I need to share this to the people who would benefit from this. Wait, I didn't go to my channel. Can I share this without? All right. And 1 second, people. All right, let me turn this off real quick. Okay, we're back. I think you hear me, right? Let me know if you cannot hear me, but I don't know who's here. So it's ODSP holding you back. My plan to break free. So the plan, it's on my phone. The plan's on my phone, and then this is just, I don't know how people do this. I know they have a team, but this is just a lot. Okay, so the plan, the budget, that's true. But let's read the disclaimer first. So the disclaimer, make this bigger. The information shared in this video is based on my personal experience, research, and financial journey as someone navigating the Ontario Disability Support Program, ODSP. Working towards financial independence, I'm not a financial advisor, lawyer, or government representative, and this content should not be taken as professional advice, professional, financial, legal, or tax advice. Always do your own research and consult with a qualified professional before making financial decisions, especially when it comes to disability benefits, saving, investing, and ODSP rules and policy. ODSP rules and policies. No, it's just ODSP policies. I should change that. ODSP rules and policies can change. What works for me may not apply to your specific situation. This video is meant to educate, inspire, and empower, not replace professional advice. You're the CEO of your own financial future. All right. Wait, thumbnail. Okay, so February budget breakdown. What does my February budget look like? Where did I find hidden savings opportunities that most people miss? What specific strategies am I using to maximize my ODSP benefits? How am I balancing immediate needs with long-term savings? What expenses did I cut that made the biggest difference? Well, I didn't really cut anything on my budget. Every dollar. Okay. So the way my budget is, every line item in my budget has a specific purpose. And I'm in the lifestyle category of my budget, where it is wellness care account, grocery store, grocery delivery, restaurants and takeout, public transit, Presto card, rideshare taxis, laundry service, or household items. I lumped it all in one category because I realize if the laundry detergent is finished, chances are so are household cleaning products, toilet paper, toothbrushes, hygiene. So it's just easier if I put all that in that one category. Then there's lingerie, clothes, and shoes. The thing about being a female body, lingerie, clothes, and shoes kind of they're a very important thing in our wardrobe and lifestyle. And then hair, makeup, and beauty treatments. So I've been cutting my hair at the barbershop super, super low, but low enough I still have hair so I can wear a wig. And what's funny, the wigs, depending on the wig, are roughly the same amount of money I would spend on growing out my hair, going to a female hair salon that would charge me $300 for the weave, and wash my hair, braid down my hair, put the weave in, then the weave is too tight, then I'm banging my head, like loud banging my head for 3 hours of my time, while go to the barbershop, shave down my head in this nice army boy cut thing that I realize is the same haircut as two of my family members, one of my uncles and my cousin that looks like my uncle, for $30 on Monday, $40 Tuesday to, I think they're open on Sunday, and I tip anywhere from $5 to $50 depending on my mood. It's all, and the whole haircut experience, it's about 30 to 40 minutes once I'm in the chair. Wait times, because I make it like I text my barber, hey, can I come in at this specific time? He'll let me know yes or no. He said now to let him know between 28 to 48 hours in advance. I do. Like yesterday, Sunday. I think Saturday or Sunday, I text him, can I have my haircut done for Monday, which is yesterday, for my birthday. My birthday's today. He was available. And because I'm booking early in the daytime where most people are at work, he's not really busy. It's kind of nice. It's very simple. And then I spend all the other money in my hair, makeup, and beauty treatment budget on wigs and beauty treatments, which is facials and eyelashes and eyebrows. I spend the same amount of money, but I redirect where it's being spent. And it's mostly because having a female body is more expensive. It's just what it is. It's just more expensive. It's flat out more expensive. Unless, like, I know there's men out there that do have really good skincare routines, and I'm jealous. Rob Lowe, John Stamos. But it's just part of, and it's also part of the self-care routine. So, like, I've met people on ODSP and their hygiene is gone to ish. And so, like, some of them I talk to, they want to have a job. That's great. But if you want to be employed and get hired, and first impressions are, last forever, you have to invest in the appearance. Plus, people are going to be around you. And oh yeah, you may want to have a relationship. Also, what I learned about relationships, you can't drop off on the self-care until you're kind of living with that person for a while. It doesn't happen in the beginning. In the beginning, you have to appear attractive, visually attractive, then intellectually attractive, not physical. Yeah, visual is physical. But there's layers of being attractive before you're either hired or go on date with people or just interact with other people, where this is why, like, yes, there are high numbers in my budget. Clothes, shoes, lingerie, hair, makeup, beauty treatments, between the two of them are almost $1,000. I'm well aware. I fully know that, but I also know why. I'm trying to function in a world that doesn't see my disability first. Oh yeah, and I'm in a female body that, like, has these ridiculous high expectations of me. That, and then home, gym, fitness apps, and classes. Yeah, here's what I learned about the walking. My body has forgotten how to walk outside. Sometimes the walk itself right now hurts. Not that long. And I don't know if it's MS or the fact my muscles have not been walking, so I forgot. And I'm going to have to add in home gym equipment so I move my body more and my muscles, they hurt less when I go for a 15-minute walk. It's only a 15-minute walk. It's not that hard. But living with multiple sclerosis, parts of the body hurt that you never thought would hurt before. This is a certain thing that's happening. And then entertainment, speed dating, and being social. So being social for me is like networking events, entrepreneurship events, vacations, anything where I interact with other people. Yeah, it's part of the budget. It's part of, being sociable. And, the fact that the Bible says no man is supposed to be alone. We're supposed to, be connected and be together and all that stuff. Then I'm a guilt-free spending category. There's lifestyle. That's about 12 to 13 categories in my budget that are always the same. Plus, there's no children. There's no marriage. There's no pets. It's just me. And I determine this category is what I need in my budget every single month, all the time. Yes, the budget is supposed to be different every single month. But honestly, I've learned from budgeting for a very long time that you can actually make a budget where the categories don't change at all. Once you know exactly what it is that you need to take care of you and only you and nobody else. That's how that works. I should have did full screen. So that's how that works. That's the lifestyle category of my budget. I've only spent in lifestyle right now $137.30. I did not add the Subway sandwich I just bought. Maybe I can do that on my phone. Maybe I could do that on my phone in a minute. Of what did I spend a Subway sandwich to add in my lifestyle category? My phone needs to see my face. All right, there we go. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Here's the thing about the PC Optimum points. I have $20 worth of PC Optimum points. I have $40 cash. That means if I don't spend any more in this account, I can still spend $60 worth of stuff. Because before, I thought I could only spend $50 worth of stuff, and I went to go buy the sub. And then now I realize I could spend a little bit more. So this really does help. All right. What did I spend at Subway? Check my account. We spent $15.58. I don't always put the restaurant. I don't really care where I spent the money, just the fact that I spent it in that category. But the purposes of the video. Oh, you did skip the dishes? When did you do skip the dishes? Or early February. I did $37.96. Oh yeah, that was cheeseburgers, and I learned never to eat 2 cheeseburgers in one sitting. Or never eat any 2 things in one sitting. I don't know how people do that. Okay, so now 53.54 is restaurants and takeout. Groceries is $99.34. Housing is $1,296.42. Sometimes my face is over there. If you can't hear me, I move my face in the opposite direction of my microphone. I need to talk into the microphone. I'm sorry we couldn't hear me for a second. Debt repayment is $326.86. That's mid-February. It'll be hard to tell how much money is going to be spent in February, but that is at the budget section. February budget breakdown. These are my numbers. Budget look like saving opportunity. So think about ODSP is a fixed income. For me, I get where is it? Income part of my budget. I get $1,659.85 from ODSP. Then I went through employment supports. I proved I'm eligible to go back to work with employment supports. My disability is still my disability because the medical review. Multiple sclerosis doesn't really go anywhere. Like you can't get rid of lesions in your brain and all that. And plus all the other limitations that come with it are still there. And ODSP pays for my medications. So we're kind of married. So the reason I get more than $1,368 a month, my doctor filled out the forms, the medical mandatory necessities form, or MSN form, and the special diet form. And part of the special diet form, the hypertension hyperlipidemia section of the form added $86 a month to my special diet, because I already had wheat allergy, gluten allergy, dairy allergy, celiac allergy already there from the beginning of me being on ODSP in 2011. And then we added the hypertension, hyperlipidemia. Everything is special diet is based on a specific medical condition that requires special diet to help with that condition. And the doctor has to fill it out. Then that particular form, the doctor is paid from the province to fill out that form. Like the special diet form, your doctor should not be charging you more money to fill out that form. The billing instructions on special diet is on the form when they sign it and stamp. Like your doctor sees the form, they see the billing instructions, they stamp it. They usually have the receptionist person do it, like my doctor does. Then you send a hard copy to ODSP, and then they process it. Sometimes they process it the same month, it depends on your caseworker. And I don't really have any tips of how to. Actually, no. Okay, so when you're talking to your caseworker, try not to get super emotional. Their job is to process paperwork and prove you're eligible. You're like, I need to go back and read the rights and responsibilities is pretty much it. Let me find that. Wait, unless I've done everything in the budget section. Hold on. Oh, actually, no. What specific strategies am I using to maximize my ODSP benefits? Okay, then I'll show you the rights and responsibilities section. That'll work. That will work. Let's go find it so that you know what I'm talking about. Rights and responsibilities. There's one on the Government of Ontario website. And they also made a PDF document. Oh, good. Here it is. All right. So let's show you the PDF. This is the document you get in your Welcome to ODSP package. It looks like this. I just Googled rights and responsibilities ODSP. You'll get directly on the ODSP website, or you get the PDF document. It looks like this. So this came in my ODSP folder. Remember I have a thumbnail picture of my ODSP package. I still have it. And I can try to keep all of my ODSP communication documents in that file. And then depending on what happens, you may see screenshots of me on social media and my ODSP stuff, like file on hold, overpayment calculation, sometimes communications with caseworkers, depending on what it is, as long as it's general in nature. Just so that I am on ODSP and I'm doing everything in my human power to not be on it. Because I need to be wealthy. I need to kick this poverty thing out of my life, whatever that is. So it says here, you have rights, Part A, to be treated with respect. All staff, clients, visitors deserve a safe and respectful environment. You have a right not to be subject to behavior that intimidates, isolates, or discriminates, including racial, gender, or homophobic slurs, threats of physical force, acts of harassment, or violence. See, there was a time I was in my ODSP office. My caseworker, she was wonderful. She told me to use the computer lab in the disability office that I have to photocopy receipts she needed to process my file. I did that. But she wanted all of them, and I run a business, and there's a lot of receipts and expenses and all those things. As I was photocopying pay stubs, receipts, contracts that she needed, that I did not have the money to go to like a Kinko's or something and get it photocopied, 2 people who work in that building were hovering over me. I said nothing. I told them, hey, I need to do this. My caseworker needs my receipts. She told me to use the photocopier. That's what I said. They eventually disappeared from hovering over me. But when I went back to my caseworker, the one that was really nice to me at that time, I should have told her what happened. And I should have gotten the 2 names of the 2 women that were hovering over me in the disability office, because I feel like that it was harassment. But I've been back to my ODSP office. I haven't seen those 2 people. And I also know in most of the ODSP offices, at least from my location, most of the people that work there are temporary workers on a contract. Unless you're like my backup worker. He's been there my entire time of me being on ODSP. And he's kind of wonderful. He doesn't really give me any troubles that I have to worry about him just disrespecting me. He tries to be kind. He tries to be patient. He types with 2 fingers. He was able to process all my requests that I need, like getting access to employment startup benefits, or let me know, hey, I know you earn income this month, but because the system says you have an overpayment balance, the arrears is going to take the $100 work-related benefit. He explained those things to me very, very nicely. Remember, these are people, and we are operating in a very, very stressful environment of a social assistance program that's not actually 100% fulfilling the intention of the policy. Like ODSP says, you get income support that's supposed to help you with your shelter and living expenses. I could show that to you where it says that. I mean, we understand like what, like why is this the Twilight Zone? Let me find it. Ontario disability policy. No, it's like in the overview. Yeah, here. It's this. Okay, here. Okay, good. I think that's okay. So here it says, wait, I haven't checked. Okay, stream is good. Okay. Chat is open. There, wait. Host a Q&A session. I set a goal for the stream, but okay, there. Now I see it. All right. I really need to live stream more to get used to all the features. Okay. So ODSP overview. ODSP offers money to help you and your eligible family members with living expenses, including food and rent, health benefits, including prescription, drugs, and vision care, employment supports to help you find, keep a job, or advance your career. If you're eligible for ODSP, the amount of money you will get will depend on your specific situation. You could receive up to $1,368 a month for basic needs and shelter if you're single. You may receive more than this for benefits. For example, you might get additional money for transportation to medical appointments. That is the MSN form, the top half of the MSN form, medical transportation form. I will, next live stream, I have to find a blank copy to show you it. Or I have to find my copy and just block out my personal information out of it so you know what it looks like. Other immediate family members, for example, if you have a spouse or child, you'll receive a larger amount. So I'm single, no children, not married. I get $1,368 a month. That is the basic shelter and living expenses. I will show you where in the policy that breaks down those numbers because they're small. But they somehow expect you to function in this amount, and they like, if you ask them, actually, is that true? They would give you the weirdest response to that in a caseworker office. I'm over it. I'm over it. I used to get told, so my rent is market rent. I now pay $994.06 a month. It's about 60% to 72% of my income. The reason I say that, because I get medical transportation, I get special diet for the $1,659.85 a month. It's 72% of that amount. If you only look at the $1,368 amount, my rent ends up being 72% of that amount. When my rent goes in, so before, ODSP would pay my rent directly to my landlord. I would send them a copy of the notice. My rent is increasing either February 1st or August 1st, and then they had a rent freeze and they changed the dates. And depending on the caseworker who got that notice, and all they have to do is tell the computer, change the payment amount and increase my rent. I would get them giving me a lecture that I should go find a cheaper place to live on, when right now, because I'm in rent control for how many years now? I moved in 2007. I lost track. I don't even know. I need a calculator to figure out how long I've been living here. So because I've been living here 18 years. Oh, wow. Oh, the 18 number just shocked me. That's all that happened. So I've been living here for 18 years. 18 years of August. August 1st is when I moved in. That's when my lease is, all that stuff. That's wow. So anybody born in 2007 is now 18 and they start drinking next year. That is, wow, I'm getting old. So I'm in rent control, and where is it? Is it my spreadsheet? The shelter allowance? Oh, I moved it. Okay, we'll have to find it. Shelter benefit in the policy acts like what they give you should operate outside of the ODSP office. And depending on there was a point in time the caseworker would give you a lecture of your rent is too high, go find something else. And I'm not the type of person to take advice that makes no logical sense. But there are people out there on ODSP who are very impressionable or gullible or something that they would hear that and they would give up where they're living to try find a cheaper place. While for me, it was like, I know my rent is. I like living here. I'm not going to go find a cheaper place. I'm going to make sure I pay the rent on the first. Which, that is what you should be doing. But other people have not. They moved or try to move to a cheaper place. You can search. Like, I would search for cheaper places. And eventually, my place just became cheaper because of rent control. The rest of the population of Ontario increased in rent. How you doing? And I'm now in a bubble of my rent is $994.06. The Ontario Disability Support Program gives you $1,368 a month. That is 72% of my income, of ODSP income, and I supplement the rest from being self-employed. Where am I in my spreadsheet? I think I'm still in maximizing ODSP benefits. Oh, how am I balancing immediate needs with long-term savings? Oh, okay. We're on track. What expenses did I cut that made the biggest difference? Actually, no, that's not true. There's expenses that are put on pause. Like some of my streaming services, some of my business expenses. I pause way too long buying clothes where a lot of them have holes in it now. I need to upgrade things and to upgrade things in my life and my budgets, I have to make more money. So, and then because of letting go of beliefs that are not mine, like ODSP's commentary and people's judgment of things in ODSP. So like I learned that I got rid of those notes. So like I asked ChatGPT, does ODSP forbid anything? And I know it doesn't because I read the policy. I memorized it. That's why I'm trying to find. I didn't find it. Shelter benefit. Shelter allowance. There we go. Like, oh, thank you. Yes, today is my birthday, and if you like to support and wish me a happy birthday, you can buy me a coffee. I believe there's a link in chat or the description for it. Wait, hold on. Put that link in chat. Buy me a coffee for my birthday. It is actually today. I'm afraid there's a shortcut to type emojis, and sometimes it does something weird with my computer. Okay, good. Can I pin that? No. Maybe I can't pin it. Can I pin it now? Oh. Okay. Right. There. Okay, so shelter allowance, ODSP. I'm losing. This is easier with the phone, which means I need a tablet. Okay, that's the goal of the YouTube live stream is I get a tablet so I'm not, because I have 2 monitors, but I have multiple windows. Trying to do everything. Okay, what's that? Treatment of income? No, we're not on there yet. We're on shelter benefits. Okay. Here's ODSP section. Shelters defined as the cost of a dwelling place used as a principal residence, allowing shelter costs for principal residents include rent, principal, and interest on mortgage or a loan, occupying costs paid under an agreement to purchase taxes, utilities, heat, water, sewage, and insurance premiums for the dwelling. Okay, we'll go back to my budget for that then. So, housing right here. ODSP used to pay my landlord directly to it. But because of the Canada Post strike, they mail my landlord a check. And they just don't mail mine individually. They mail mine and anybody else in my building's property list checks. Then they have different ones for each building, and each one has a different address, and it's a whole thing. But they manually mail it in the mail since 2011. And the only time I know there's a problem is when Canada Post goes on strike. They did that twice. But the first time, the check for my rent got mailed before they went on strike, while this time the checks did not even move out of the office for Ontario Disability Program to get sent to my landlord. They told me they kept them in the office waiting for my landlord to go pick it up. So when I asked my landlord, I tracked a number down for head office of my property management's number. I asked them, hey, this is what's happening. Did you pick up my check? I'm told I don't have permission to go pick it up. They said they're not picking it up. And I freaked out. I'm in a rent control apartment for 18 years. So I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure the rent check is sent and paid. I don't know if I can make a long story short, but what ended up happening, I ended up going to the ODSP office, then going to my landlord to try to communicate with the two of them. Where is the status of my rent check? To the point I got so fed up, I wrote a written letter to stop Pay Direct, where ODSP mails my check and my electricity bill directly to the biller, the services, the rent, the electricity. I had to stop. Now I get the full amount. I pay my rent and my hydro by myself. I know the only important thing now is in the income reduction calculator. My income earnings can't yet be over that amount until I paid my rent a month in advance. Because you can make $1,000 and still keep your ODSP benefits. So any month I make I literally have to make $1,000 and save a portion of that and send it to my landlord as an extra payment on my rent. It works out about $375 a month. It's in this spreadsheet. Yeah. So $340. Is that rent? Which one is that? No, wrong box. E67. No, not all of it. I only need the rent amount. 994.06. Okay, $229. So I basically have to make an extra $229 every week for a year? No. Wait, I think it's divided by 4. Divide by 4 or divide by 5. 248. Okay. I was like, what? Yeah. So basically $250 a week for 4 weeks. I send an extra to the landlord and I pay rent a month in advance. The reason is I've learned that human errors at ODSP office happens enough where you need to be prepared. Which, is that part of the budget? Better make sure I'm on track. Income overview. How exactly? Wait, no. Rent bill. Yeah. Rent, bills, food, transit, insurance, savings, investing. So yeah, rent, food, and rent and bills. That's where, okay, we're on rent and bills. Yeah. I learned, human errors happen. So one time, ODSP sent my rent check to a whole different building that I don't live in and caused a whole heap of troubles. Where luckily the caseworker at that time, he was nice. He told me, hey, we got your check returned to us for your rent. And I said, where did you send it? And they told me the address. It's for a government housing building I don't live in. And I'm I never lived there. Who sent my check there? And this caseworker was nice enough to tell me that a certain department of the caseworkers, they were doing training exercises and they work on live accounts. I was like, why would they work on a live account? Don't they have a dummy system to work on, like false accounts? And they were learning how to do pay direct. And they somehow decided to send my check to somewhere else. And they didn't reverse it back. I worked in call centers where Shopping Channel, where they had a whole, it's a copy of the system that is not live in the system to drastically change a customer's profile, because a customer will call and be very upset and, cancel their whole account. And yeah, it's a real customer's name, but everything in the customer's was a copy in the learning training system of the system. So when that caseworker told me, hey, we sent it over somewhere else, he tracked it down, he found it, he was able to, basically what happened. So I didn't know, in the pandemic, I'm getting other monies. I paid my rent, I have extra money now. Let's pay rent in a month in advance. I'm so glad I did that. And the reason being is it prepared for the mistake of the caseworker sending my check somewhere that it is not supposed to. They basically sent my check to Timbuktu, and then we had to figure out where Timbuktu was, and we did. So now that I have full control of all my monies from ODSP, I know I have to make more money to put $250 away a week to pay my rent 1 month ahead. So where's the income? This calculator. No, the other calculator. This one? Okay, this one. Where is it? So good news. I corrected my spreadsheet that deducts my ODSP income amount. It's an estimator that helps you plan what will happen in the month of ODSP, so I'm not scared or freaking out of what happened. Let me zoom in and show you full screen. All right, that's zoomed in way too much. Let me zoom in a little. So you're allowed to make $1,000 on ODSP. And it's $1,000 to the penny. ODSP is very weird about pennies and cents. It's just how they operate. So you're allowed to make $1,000 even. Then depending on how much you're getting. So I get $1,739 before the overpayment deduction. Most people are getting $1,368. If you earn $1,000 and report it to ODSP, the system will give you back $100 called the work-related benefit. If you have an overpayment, ODSP will deduct the amount they collect from your overpayment before you get $1,468 in your next payment. The next payment date is February 28th. If you earned over $1,000 in the month of January, let's say you made any number after $1,000. This one goes up increments of $250. I made it very simple, so I didn't have to think too hard. If you somehow drastic, this chart just makes it simple. You could make it like bigger increases, but it messes with the whole chart. It does. So let's say you want to type in exactly, let's say you made minimum wage was what now? $17.20 times 40 times 40 is 40 hours a week, 1 week. Okay, so no, it's not going to work that way. I need to do it twice. Okay, so let's say you're working minimum wage, 40 hours a week, 2 weeks is $1,376. I don't know what taxes would be. I'm not calculating taxes. I'm not calculating EI and CPP from your paycheck. I need a random number that made sense to put in the spreadsheet. So it works out to be $1,376 for working 40 hours a week, $17.20 an hour. That's the current minimum wage for Ontario. It knows $376 is above $1,000. And then the deduction rate ODSP takes is 75% out of, what was it again? I don't remember. I have to go read the instructions. I made this. So once I made the spreadsheet and it works, I just followed. But the instructions that go with this, I'm about to make a new set of instructions. I'll get ChatGPT to help me make a new set of instructions. Either way, so, right, this needs to change. 1,368. Okay, so you went out and worked. You made minimum wage for 2 weeks. $1,376. This is not taking out taxes. I know this. $376 is above $1,000. The amount above $1,000 is, they reduce that amount by 75%. So 75%, oh, now I found it. 75% of 376 is $282. $282 is how it's going to be taken away, that amount from your $1,368 of ODSP. They will add $100 because you worked. And if you're self-employed, you have to make a net income over $100 in your business to receive the work-related benefit of $100 sent to you the next month you worked. So January, if you're a business owner and you make $1,000 for ODSP net income, you're fine. You're not gonna, like, you live to fight another day. If you make $1,376 net income after deductions are taken out, this is what you said you made. ODSP says, okay, great. We'll take the 376, take away 75%, $282 is 75%. Then $282 is removed from the $1,368. Then they add $100. Then the math works out. Your next deposit should be $1,186. But because I have an overpayment, they're going to take away $79.15. If you did not have an overpayment, it's going to be $1,186 is your next payment from ODSP. But remember, the way they look at it is you made $1,376. Then they still give you $1,186. That works out to being what now? They believe you have a total of $2,562 to work with in your budget. Plan accordingly. Now, people worry, people get stuck in this part of the calculation. The 75% income reduction rate of ODSP, taking back the income support that they gave you because you're eligible and approved, you're disabled, and you have financial need. You need to look at the big picture. You can work, you can decide how much or how little you can work. Anytime you make your own money, on government assistance or not on government assistance, anytime you make your own money and you don't have anything taking away from your own money, whether it be ODSP, reduction clawbacks, an overpayment, credit card debt, you win because your money is your best wealth building tool. Now, I need to go back to my budget to prove to you what that means, because some people still don't understand what that means. And if I go to a disability meeting, that's where I hear it the most. If I focus on what I need to do within the next 5 years so that I can move on, I need my whole face, hold on. If I focus on what I need to do for me as the individual, single person, no children, benefit unit, eligible for ODSP because I have a disability and I got approved because I had financial need of needing Ontario Disability Support Program, that's all I have to focus on. Like, me making these videos is a couple of things. I show my progress, I stay accountable, I reach my goals. You see me reach my goals, you're cheering me on, we're reaching my goals. You may be inspired to do the same thing or a version of it. Like your version of it, not this version of it. You go create your version of it and go do the thing. And people have done that. People have messaged me. They watch my videos. They started following the Dave Ramsey baby steps. Like they're already working while on disability benefits. It's allowed. It's in working and earning on the Ontario Disability Support Program, and it's in employment supports. You can be self-employed and work. They just have a way of, if you're working, this is how you fit into the policy and how we filter you out through the system. Everything about disability and social assistance, CPP, long-term insurance, short-term insurance, they filter out the people who are receiving the benefit. You are part of the funnel. Remember when I don't know how many people have a funnel. So, like getting liquid into a bottle, that tiny little, I had one, but it's over there. A certain, like the funnel fits in the bottle. They put everything at the top. Like when they merge ketchup. And anybody who had I had the homework assignment of making a submarine with empty pop bottles, and it had to sink and float with syringes. The level of it worked at home. It fell apart at school. But the point was, the one in the classroom worked on its own. It would go up and down, up and down, up and down. And we were supposed to recreate that with syringes and pop bottles. And now looking back, I think I know how it would have been, it should have worked. Yeah, I totally, like, I think I know how it should have worked. And I may or may not try that project again. But there's an order to Ontario Disability Support Program. Like, you may have an idea about it, which is great. It's not the policy. I have lots of ideas of how I think the policy should work to make it better, to make my life better, especially like around running my business, sending my income reports. It's not in the policy. The rules are follow the policy. Right? Did I show you? Yeah, we did. We went through rights and responsibilities. Let me go back to it again. Where did it go? Okay, good. It's still here. This. Okay, so you get accommodations, an interview, a written decision, which is true. A chance to have the decision reviewed, also true. Rapid reinstatement. I haven't been through that yet. And I hope I don't. Because if you leave ODSP, you can come back quickly in most cases. You will only need to qualify financially to receive ODSP income support again. You will not need to complete any medical forms first. If your medical review date has passed, you will get a medical review date. Here's the thing. ODSP tells you exactly what they're going to do before they do it. And I don't know why people get upset. They show you their cards. Any card game you're playing. You know, half the battle of most card games is not to show other people your cards. ODSP shows you what their cards are. Every single time. Even like in November, December, and I was trying to figure out my pay direct. how can I get my full amount and not have my ODSP pay my landlord on my behalf, where I felt trapped living in this apartment because I've been here for 18 years and since 2011. So 4 years after I moved in, ODSP's been paying my rent on my behalf because I gave them permission to, and I was mentally, so the reason I was mentally unstable at that time in 2011, so ODSP took over to pay my rent and my electricity bill so that they could ensure that, one, reduce the potential of being homeless and not having utilities. But as I got well, mentally well, for the most part, I saw medication and they pay for it. I take it every day. It felt like I was being supervised. That's exactly what it felt like. I was being supervised. And then if I wanted to move, the amount of paperwork, administrative work I would have to do to track down my rent. If I move, let's say I move and my rent is already paid to my landlord and I don't live here anymore because I moved out. Like, let's say I find out I'm an apartment or I buy a house and I move out. I give my landlord notice, 60-day notice, I'm moving. Then there's a certain date in the month that ODSP mails the landlord my rent check to live here. I would have to track down that check before ODSP sends it out or track down that check after ODSP sends it out to my landlord. Because if my landlord sees it and cashes it for this unit in my name, but I told them I moved out, I would have to give that one. Either way, somebody has to get a written request to either stop the payment or send me the check. I don't want to go through that hassle. So the Canada Post strike happening for me was my window of opportunity to be like, hey, how about you take full control of your finances, pay your rent by yourself like a full-grown 40-year-old adult, and I can fully practice being on my own, being responsible for my money and all my responsibilities. So when I have to move, the only person I have to tell, because I legally have to, it's in rights responsibilities, I haven't gotten there yet, is ODSP. Because here, my benefits account, you can create an account and let you see your information about your file, report your earnings, change your address. Here, change your address. But it's not just change your address. And then there's drug coverage, dental coverage, vision coverage, hearing aids, mandatory special necessities. So remember I talked about the MSN form? It's this. This is where it gets your medical supplies, my CPAP machine, compression socks, things like that. Special diet, hypertension, lymphedema, allergic to wheat, celiac, dairy, milk. Yeah, dairy. What? No. Lactose intolerant. And then something in the milk dairy category. There's another one. There's 4 in dietary restrictions like celiac, wheat allergies, I think milk allergy, and then lactose intolerant is what they called it. Yeah, and then there's pregnancy, breastfeeding, mobility devices, assistive devices, guide dog benefit, discretionary benefit for low-cost energy conservative measures. What? Oh. You may receive money to help with low-cost energy conservative measures that may reduce the cost of your energy bill. Examples of items covered included fluorescent bulbs, caulking, floor restrictions, shower head. What? Can I get that? I don't know if I need to dig into more what that is. Then employment startup benefit, participation benefit where available, work-related benefit, upfront child care benefit, extended health benefits, transitional health benefit. So right now the goal for me is to transition off of ODSP, access the transitional health benefit, and then receive my congratulations employment transition benefit, because there's 2 benefits. And other people I've talked to in ODSP, their caseworkers are giving them trouble about the employment startup benefit and the employment transition benefit, because some of them just have a vendetta in their head. Some of them are miserable. It's not you. Some of the caseworkers in the government office for ODSP, they're miserable. They're full on miserable. And it's like, I realize why they're miserable. They deal with the entire spectrum of a person with a disability in their offices. Because we have so much unhoused people in Ontario, and if you live in the downtown big city, actually no, it's Kingston, Scarborough, any of the bigger populated parts of Ontario that you're in, the unhoused population has increased, because $1,368 a month is expected to cover shelter and living. It's not working. We need to end this episode of The Twilight Zone and have a full ODSP benefit that covers the reality of living in Ontario. Because I know if I go dig around and look other places in Ontario, everything is expensive. And now I sound like my grandmother when I say that. Yeah, everything is expensive. Okay, employment supports, transitional child benefit, discretionary benefit. Then you have responsibility to treat everyone with respect. And I know it's challenging sometimes. Like, you talk to a caseworker and you think they're not listening to you, then you say some words. Do not do that. When you're on ODSP, you sign all the documents, I agree, ODSP. I did find the application form for ODSP somewhere online. I need to show you in a different live stream. The expectation that, oh, you're going to be disrespectful. No. Same thing with doctor's office. If you're going to be disrespectful, vulgar language, threatening, yeah, I totally see why they would kick you out, because you made the environment unsafe for them, and they can't treat you when you're angry. And not just angry, but angry to the point where you make like fight and freeze in another person. Don't do that. Especially if you live with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. Try to keep those emotions in check. I know you need therapy and tools and resources and support group to learn how to do them, but they will just suspend your file until you calm down. And you don't want that to have happen. So I'm just saying, like, everything. I wonder if they updated this, but then they're probably always there. And then to identify accommodation needs, you must work with a case ODSP staff to find ways to accommodate any special needs you may have because of your disability. Here are some examples telling the staff type of accommodations you need, provide information about accommodation needs, attend interviews, speak to other support. You may try to get money or support from other sources that your family member may qualify for. Example of Canada Pension Plan, disability benefits. So the thing about Canada Pension Plan, the minute you turn 64, ODSP expects you to apply for it if you're still on ODSP. My plan is to not be on ODSP, and my Canada Pension Plan is like $30 a month, and I may or may not get $700 a month. But we won't know until 25 years from now how much that is. I really don't want to sit around and find out. Receipts. Yeah, see, this form has a lot of stuff in it. Oh, yeah. Okay, I need to make a whole video just going over this form, because I'm now like 90 minutes over time, and I'm still in only section 1. That is not good. Okay. Reality of saving on ODSP. I never got to go through that. Oh, my 5-year plan. Okay, let's go through that real quick. Hold on. The 5-year plan. Did I put them here? Oh, you did. Okay, good. So part of my 5-year plan was what specific milestones am I targeting each year? Right now, this year, 2025, is increase full-time online business income, pay off all debt except the house using the debt snowball, which is the smallest credit card balance first, and then we move up to the big one. I have 4 credit cards. One of them is roughly $15,000 balance, $2,000 balance, a $5,000 balance, and a $7,000 balance. The plan is to pay off the $1,500 balance credit card and close that card, so then I'm only left with 3 credit cards. I know my credit card would take a ding, but I cannot handle 4 credit cards. And there's nothing any financial guru out there can tell me to keep 4 credit cards because it'll make my credit look good. No, we're keeping 3. And depending how things go, I may only have 2. And I will figure it out for the other expenses in my business. And I may need to consider only having 2. But no, one of them's from a big bank and 2 of them are retail. Yeah, we'll figure it out in the year. We'll see how that goes and when we pay off credit card debt. Then goal 3 is to save 3 to 6 months of expenses in a fully funded emergency fund. You see me talk about this in my budget. And then max out registered disability savings plan. So under the policy of ODSP, the registered disability savings plan is an exempt expense. I'm going to keep that going and investing. This year is my final year of being eligible for the disability tax credit. Then I need to reapply for the disability tax credit. And my family doctor has reassured me multiple times that she is confident that I will still get my disability tax credit because she will remind them that I'm still very much disabled and my limitations are very much really there to the point where they drive her nuts. And my family doctor has been there since the beginning. In the beginning, it was 2004 where I went into a walk-in clinic and I asked my current family doctor, "Are you taking full-time patients?" She said yes. I said great. Then I made 4 appointments back to back. Then she diagnosed me with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, because I realized I was having nightmares and a whole list of symptoms. Then she set up all the referral processes that were available in 2004, and she has been the lifesaver I needed in 2004 till now, where I'm 40 and we're now talking about menopause. That is how things went full circle with my family, as the family doctor should. But I'm also doing everything in my power to have her to keep her as my family doctor at the same time. Okay, yeah, year 1, year 2, I worked on. Well, the thing about year 2 said I would have finished my 3 to 6 month emergency fund. So year 2, 2026. Cash flow returning to college. I need to finish I have a certificate program I need to finish at the college. Then I would like to go back and finish my business program at the college. And then there's another business program at the college I would like to take. Increase my online business income profits while effectively managing ODSP interactions. And I use managing interactions because this emphasizes the administrative side of dealing with the Ontario Disabilities Program. It focuses on paperwork, reporting, communicating, and compliance aspects. It suggests that I'm handling the logistics of being on Ontario Disabilities Program while running my business. It actually says running your business as if I'm talking to you, but yeah. And then the reason why, there was also a thing. I was there asking ChatGPT of which words to use. So managing ODSP interactions or effectively navigating ODSP. And then it said that emphasizing the strategic, good thing I put the first one, the strategic side, it suggests that your skillful maneuvering within the ODSP system to maximize your business growth and income potential. It implies a deeper understanding of the rules and how to work within them. That's pretty much what it is. This is why I do the YouTube videos. I want people to know where to find the information in the policy. Decide what your life is going to be. Okay, you're unable to work. Then accept it and find ways to be happy with it. because that means if you are unable to work and your insurance benefit is Ontario Disability Support Program, your entire life is determined by when and if the Ontario government increases ODSP benefit, or, some future politician decides, hey, we need to cut it back again. I can't have them having that control over my life. I can't. I refuse. It keeps me up at night. It fucking stresses me out. I can't. We're not doing that. It's just not gonna happen for me. No. No. The head shaking reminds me of when Poppy was making the pizza and Jerry wouldn't try the pizza and he just kept shaking his head over and over again. That's how I feel right now about ODSP deciding, oh yeah, we'll increase ODSP. Oh no, we're not going to increase it. Oh, you should go get a job. I can't have a politician sitting there telling me that what they're going to do to my life. No. And I hope anybody else who's hearing this message hears the same thing and would like to join the team, because more videos like this will be in the ethics of the membership on the channel. So you get more content like this. I know I run really long. It's my birthday and I'm enjoying it, being on live stream and talking to everybody. I thought there'd be more people in chat. I also didn't give a lot of people a lot of notice about making this live stream, but you will see me work through this 5-year plan. Well, you can't fully see the slide. Hold on. Yeah, you'll see me work through this 5-year plan because a couple of reasons. I've obsessively built this plan over my entire time of being on ODSP. And then the minute I knew I could read the policy by myself and figure out what the words mean in the policy and make a plan that worked. Because 2017, I stumbled on Dave Ramsey and he was giving me the 7 baby steps. I'm like, okay, I can do those 7 baby steps. Then I'm like, okay, how do I do the 7 baby steps of Dave Ramsey while living on an Ontario Disability Support Program? And then I merged the two together. Baby step 1, save $1,000 to build a starter emergency fund. Okay, we're working on that. There's some birthday money coming in. People have bought me a coffee. Thank you very much for doing that. And I'll be working as 40 hours a week, as much as I can. Basically 20 to 40 hours a week, I'll be working in my online business, and all income that comes through will go through the financial baby steps that I'm working on and making sure I max out my registered disability savings plan. If you've been following me on the channel, you know how important it is for me to have my registered disability savings plan, because the amount of unlimited financial growth that is in that plan. And no, I don't just have a disability savings plan. I also have a tax-free savings account. I also have my RSPs. I also have a first home savings account. I also have a taxable investment broker account. And the taxable broker investment account is a non-exempt asset under ODSP. It has a limit of $40,000 while being on ODSP. And the thing is, financial advisors who do not work with people on disability benefits anywhere through the country, like there's Nova Scotia, there's Saskatoon, there's British Columbia. Every province almost has a disability program. And I say almost because there's some provinces that don't have one that should have one, but they just move everybody to CPP disability. CPP disability does not have any asset limits, but they do have income limits based on earned income and net income and business income and things like that. That's on the Government of Canada website. Then each provincial website that I could find has a program. Like Nova Scotia has a wonderful income deduction calculator that tells you if you earn a certain amount of money, this is how much benefits you would get from them. And then there's also where I noticed that most of the disability benefits across the country all limit your assets to $150,000. So I said this before, that number to me represents as a milestone. Do I have the word Yeah. What specific milestones am I targeting each year? And I probably need to make a specific video of just talking about the milestones I plan to achieve, because the government laid it out pretty clear of the numbers you're allowed to have and not have in the policy directive. Oh, okay. This helps. So rights and responsibilities of ODSP to report your assets. This is part of the responsibilities, I think. Is it? Yeah, you have responsibilities. Then number 8 is to report your assets. Number 6 is to report your income. And then to keep receipts and statements. That's number 5, but you need it for number 6, report your income, and number 8, assets. So money in the bank. Here. Oh, it does say here. I knew it said it. Because I was looking for cash on hand for the longest time, but it's on the form. Oh, okay. That solves that puzzle in my head at 4 o'clock in the morning. Property or real estate you own. Any trust funds set up for you. Investments, RSPs, GIC, stocks, bonds. Cash surrender value life insurance policy. If you read the policy directive of ODSP, you know also why my RSP, TFSA, first home savings account is inside a life insurance policy because of what it says in section 4.8 life insurance. We can't see my pretty little face. Where did it go? Okay. Yeah. Then there's collection of valuable items you own. I don't have any major valuable items. I have a lot of assets in investments, in broker accounts, investment accounts, financial institutions. That's what I have. No, I don't have a vehicle. Maybe I'll learn to drive. I don't know. I can barely walk, so I don't know about driving. You know? Then the registered disability savings plan, there's exemption rules with that with ODSP. Then there's the registered education savings plan. So like if you're on ODSP and you have children and you want them to go back to college, it's a good idea to figure out how you're going to benefit from the registered education savings plan, because the federal government has created the registered education savings plan to benefit your child to go to school and not take out loans, to go to debt and be stressed out and then end up on right behind you on ODSP themselves. And that's what's funny. So like people not on ODSP, your thought distortions irritate me because I can prove all of them wrong in this reality. Meaning, I read the policy of Ontario Disability Program. I know exactly what it says for everything that they should be doing. And then I go test it out by talking to my own caseworker. Because here's being on ODSP, I wanted to have my life to be better, 1% better every day since 2017. I tried a lot of different things. My approach to my caseworker, reading the policy, requesting things in the policy that I am eligible for, investing a little, telling my caseworker I have this investment. I've been through a whole, the only thing I have not been through is moving, marriage, children, leaving and coming back. Because I want to leave and never come back. But I also learned you don't leave and never come back because health benefits. Yeah. I will be tied to ODSP forever for health benefits. And then when I'm 64, the health benefit moves on to Ontario Drug Benefit Program, but ODSP accesses that program. And then I was trying to figure out what insurance company pays my prescriptions out of that program. I can't really find it. It's like a special government insurance premium company that issues out the payments out of it. Like the actual company name for it, I can't find it. I have to dig around more and see if I can find it. And then I also found critical illness insurance. It's approved, because I spent 2 years with Policy Advisor getting 2 wonderful insurance agents helping me find the insurance plans I know I need as a single person with a disability who needs asset protection, who wants to come off government assistance. And to come off government, one of the 3 things, it's income, assets, and benefits. Benefits are health benefits. Then benefits are also insurance. It took me a very long time to go find what they were. And I did. And I'm so happy I did. And Oh, to repay any overpayments. Yeah, man, everything is in here. Like, and then look, see here it says signature, mark of the applicant, recipient, trustee, mark of the spouse, dependent adult children. Why do they have so many for dependent adult? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I guess they fill out the form multiple times and you have more than 6 children on the form. Yeah, I only signed this one little line up here. Yeah, I gotta see. That shows me poverty is generational because they have 6 spots for adult. Yo, like, I'm hoping somebody watching this video, like, if you've gone this far, it's amazing. Like, thank you for spending that much time on my birthday stream. But I'm hoping somebody like knows that, hey, if I can make a plan to come off government assistance, you can try some of it too. You don't have to try all of the things. If you try all the things, you would change as a person for the better. That I can guarantee. If you try 1 or 2 things and you do not like it, you can stay on government assistance. That's legally your choice. Because to come off of it, you legally have to make that choice. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be off of ODSP tomorrow morning. No, there's a lot of things I have to consider. And nobody can, like, I've tried. People have talked to that try to coach me on, oh, let's make a plan for you to come off ODSP. It's not a simple plan. That's why the video streams are so long. It's not a simple thing. But I know it's possible if you want to have it and work for it. And not just work, earn income, pay bills, and, turn to dust and ashes to ashes and all those things. You need multiple things in place in your plan so that when you decide, hey, I don't want to be on ODSP anymore, or your assets that are non-exempt assets say, hey, we are too big for you to be on ODSP. That's a good thing to have. I don't know how many times I gotta tell people that, hey, if your assets are too big and ODSP says your assets are too big, congratulations. You accomplished the impossible that people, like, it's not actually impossible. It takes planning, action, the right steps, the right advisors. This is why I've created a nice little disclaimer specifically for what I'm talking about. Because, it's multiple people involved that help me get to this point. And I still have multiple sclerosis. And if I walk longer than 15 minutes, my legs are on fire. I don't understand. But I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep going. Okay, maybe when I turn 60, maybe when I turn 60 or something, hopefully sooner, my assets are too big and ODSP is like, hey, you no longer qualify. Then I can retire in peace. There's also that. So I've talked a lot. I appreciate everybody that's been here. I covered everything that needs to be covered. There's a link in the live stream chat to buy me a coffee to support the channel. I will figure out a rhythm of making these videos shorter, more organized. Maybe when I upgrade the computer, it's better set up for presentations and things like that. This technology setup of trying to set up the presentation, it's a lot. It totally is. And I'm also like a solo person trying to do the thing here. I don't have a whole co-host. It's just me. Maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. But for right now, I am done for the day. I need to get ready for a meeting at 6:30 because we talked a good while. We did. But I will see you on the next one. Smooches. Bye. Happy birthday.